Oh my gosh, welcome back. Welcome back to a review of a show that I've been waiting for since October. Yes, World's End Harem is back. Yes, after month and month and month of waiting, World's End Harem is back. And it didn't disappoint us. Now, again, when I did my review of the first episode of The World's End Harem, and it had to be delayed due to production value and the quality of the show. So we waited months and months and months, and now we got episode 2 of The World's End Harem. And as I said before, when this show was going to come back, this was one of the shows I was actually looking forward to, because I'm a sucker for harem animes. Because harem animes are like the key vocal point to our anime, where they talk about who's best waifu and who's not best waifu, and then we just make an argument back and forth as wherever it goes. Now, for those of us who've been living under a rock, catching up on anime shows like myself, like Ultima Rankings, Platinum End, or any of the shows, and reading World's End Harem, by the way. And World's End Harem had a storyline that kind of makes sense in some ways. So basically, for those of us who forgot, World's End Harem was about a guy named Mizuhara. In the distant future, Mizuhara was gonna die. He was gonna be in a cryogenetic state. And before that, he wants to meet the girl that he fell in love with, confess to her. I'll wake up 5 years and all that. And then as soon as he wakes up from a cryogenic sleep, he wakes up 5 years later and found out that every man, 99.9%, the entire male population has died through an MK virus, man-killing virus. And 95 other people are waking up. So Mizuhara, being that he's the second one, we get to see Hiro as number 1, Mizuhara number 2, and then they're going to wake the third guy up, Sota, number 3. Okay, so now you're looking at this storyline behind World's End Harem. You're thinking to yourself, I wish in a harem world like this would be the perfect opportunity to smash every woman. This is like the dream that every male wanna have. This is the dream that male harem anime boys should have. Rito Fup to Love Ru, Isef High School DxD, Bossa Shuumatsu Testament. You see where I'm getting at. But World's End Harem did not disappoint me at all. And episode 2 gave everything up. Gave everything on the line. The opening and the ending and the storyline still intact. So without further ado, let's get right to it with the World's End Harem episode 2. Also, Rent a Girlfriend, July. They got a preview on Anime News Network. You might want to see it. Sorry for the bright out. So anyway, let's get right to it with the World's End Harem episode 2. Now, here's the thing. We kick things off with Hiro being the number 1 guy. And it's time for mating season. So the first man he thinks of, oh, this actress is so beautiful. I want to fuck this actress. So, and now you got the actress. Now just imagine yourself. Getting a massage with 2 mature hotties behind you, just massaging your back. And then your secretary tell you time to mating, and then you want to bang an actress. Who doesn't want to bang an actress? I mean, he did some idols, and he did an actress. Like, come on, who doesn't want the dream? What the number 1 guy is doing is he's doing what every harem male should do. Bang a harem characters. Like, bang all your harem characters. That's that. Now, the opening. Let me get to the opening of the World's End Harem before a bit. The World's End Harem opening is really solid. It was really good. It showed us characters that we're going to see and the antagonists of all things. It's more than one antagonist. There are like 2 antagonists out there. And I'm going to get to that later. So it showed us like the blonde hair girl with the big boobs with a rifle gun. She's going to be the antagonist as well. And that's about it. Okay, but other than that, it's all about the UW governments and everything's in line. Everything's intact. So now, after several days of waking up, Mizuhara is still puzzling the fact that everyone died through the MK virus. Every male died through the MK virus. And these women are so horny. So horny for the D. And, leave it to Shiro to be the clone. Like, it was so obvious. We're not going to front here and say, that's obvious. She's the clone of Mira. Like, are we not going to sit here and say she's the clone of his girlfriend? Like, That's kind of obvious. Though, I mean, they even got. I remember them going to the lab, and they see a photo of her that looks like Miro. I mean, come on, the long purple hair and the eyes. I mean, come on. We're not gonna front there and say that's the clone. It's literally right there. Okay, so after finish eating, seeing Miro just eating, that's your typical kind of harem anime where it's just like one girl gets jealous, and that's what the sister did, got jealous. But anyway, he goes to the bathroom, and then all of a sudden, here we go. You got this you got this hot, gorgeous woman giving you liquor while you're in the bathroom, and she's naked as well. And she's a nurse. Akane, she's a hot nurse, It's something about nurses in anime that defines hotness. I just noticed that. I mean, look at the hot nurse in Mocking Key. Look at look at High School of the Dead. Look at High School of the Dead. Like, come on. Like, Mocking Key, High School of the Dead, Rosoya Vampire. I'm trying to think of other nurses in anime. But there's a lot of hot nurses in anime, and they are so freaking hot. And Akane fits the bill. She comes in all naked with some liquor, and really was going in until he passes out. And then the worst case scenario is he wakes up and there's a little girl next to him. Now, again, Mizuhara is not I love the MC. I'm gonna get to that later too. The MC's like, what is she doing here? It's just a little girl. It's just a little kid. Now, here's the thing. People thought like, oh, she's the nurse, and the big busted red hair girl is the bodyguard. But it's actually reverse. She's the bodyguard. Sui, the little girl, is the bodyguard, and Akane is the nurse. The thing about Sui is that I don't know how old she is, by the way. I mean, she like the character from Masamaku no Revenge. Remember how the mom is about this tall, and we didn't know that she was like in her 30s, 40s, I think, because she is that freaking tall. I mean, she's that freaking short. Others like Blend S. When Blend S, they show the girl, she's a college student, and about that height. So with Sui, I'm like, oh my god, she reminds me of that girl from Masamaku no Revenge in terms of the age. So they wake up. So the next day they go to the lab. They go into the lab to find clues about this MK virus or anything like that. So then he stumbled upon the bear, and this giant bear from the lab came out. But you realize someone sabotaged it, because when they punch in the numbers, someone punched in the numbers to release the bear and then come out trying to kill number 2, Mizuhara, trying to kill the MC. Now the nurse is standing there like, oh, I'm not defending you. Sui is, and then Sui with her one kick wonder kicked the bear in the back of the head. So yeah, really nice, thoughtful day. So he goes inside the lab and finds out about this MK virus, about where she's at or anything. But it was so obvious that she's not dead. It was clearly obvious. So giving the MC credit, he stood up and told the whole world of women, I'm the MC. I woke up several days ago. I don't know what happened, but I will find a cure to the MK virus. He told the entire world. So it's like when one guy tells the entire world, the whole world is going against him. By that, I mean there's like, you have to think about this. The government is after him. The rebellious people, like the rebels. There's so much factions in the World's End Harem that I'm not going to bring up. But because I haven't read the manga, but there are other factions in the World's End Harem that is going to be against this. With it or against it. That's what we're going to get in this one. Okay. Next thing is, when he finds out more about the whole virus thing, he gets a little flashback to meet with an old friend of his, and why they become doctors in the first place. And then they found belongings, and then he stumbled upon a ring that had a recorded message from when he was sleeping, saying stuff like when she said, "Oh, guess what? Someone created the MK virus. Someone intentionally created it to kill all population of all men." Now, I ain't gonna tell you who it is. I'm not gonna tell you that. But we do know this. The MK virus wasn't just spread out of random pockets. No, someone actually created the MK virus and spread it around. It's like the T virus in Resident Evil. Like when you make the T virus, Umbrella make the T virus, dropped it, and it immediately spread around the entire population. I'm thinking Resident Evil the movie, but you get my point. You get my point. So, and at the end, they revealed that number one himself, number one guy, hero, has, out of 100 women he banged, he already impregnated 28 people. 28 women. That's the lifestyle as it is. Think about it, guys. Again, I'm going back. If you're that one guy, if you wake up 5 years later, and the entire population is women, you're not going to tell me you ain't going to smash any, not one of them. I'm pretty sure you will. I'm pretty sure you will do that. Yeah. I'm not being biased. I would too. But I'm pretty sure you guys would. And at the end, they revealed the world of the UW. The UW Corporation. They find number two to be kind of a nuisance. They find him a bit like he's going to ruin the world itself. So they're like, okay, we're going to release number three. And number three was revealed in the opening and ending, which is Sota. Now, Sota's going to be number three, and the blonde-haired girl, Karen, is going to be guarding him. It's going to be the personal bodyguard for him as well. Now, let's go back a bit to pretty much the obvious of World's End Harem. Let me go back obvious. Remember when the MC Mizuhara was broadcasting the world about the MK virus? It was pretty obvious that she ain't dead. Pretty freaking obvious. I mean, literally, she just turned around. You can see the necklace and the purple hair. I'm like, well, duh, she's alive. All they said was that she disappeared, but she's never dead. But she's alive. Now, let me go back to the MC. I can't hate the MC on this. I really can't. I can't hate the MC on what he's doing now. Because in a world of all women that he has right now, you think he would have forget about her and smash the clone. You think he would have by clone I mean Miro. You think he would have forget about it, just smash the nurse or any other women that he wanted. But this is why I can't hate the MC, because he still have a heart. You see where I'm coming from? He still has a heart for the women he loves. And there's no way he want to lose. It's like you want to lose your virginity, but you don't want to lose your virginity to just any other woman. No, you want to lose your virginity to the woman that you love. And that's why I love the MC for this one. He has a heart. He's not only finding a cure to the MK virus, but he's also trying to make out with the one he loves. So he can have the hot, sexy nurse. He can have a bodyguard. He can have a clone that looks like her. He can have any other woman he wants. But the fact is, he still wants to make love for the person that he loves. And seeing that, kind of like, you know what, he got steel. He got a heart, like a lion. He ain't doing. He's strong. His strong will continue on until he finds his girl and then he spanks her. That's how it is. Now the ending. I like the ending too. The ending is so good that it showed us not only the antagonists and the government, but it also showed Shota's, Hiro, and Mizuhara's harem. You know what I mean? It actually shows all three of their guys and the harems along with it. So props for that. Props. It's like watching. It's like after seeing these three guys and their harem, we ask ourselves, who has a better harem group? Number one, number two, or number three? That's what I see. And I think looking at all those three guys and their harem, I think the best one will be number two, Mizuhara, the MC, number three, and then number one. That's what I'm saying. But again, this was a good episode, and the next episode is going to be the third one, meaning the Sota is going to be released from the capsule. And like I said, I love this show because for a harem anime to come back from October up till now, let us rejoice that World's End's Harem is back, and I'm pretty sure for those who have been reading the manga since the first episode, we actually know what we're going to expect. And for those who haven't read it, understand that this is one show you do not want to drop. I mean, yeah, the storyline is good, but just forget about the fan service. Just watch the storyline as you grow, because there's more to this than meets the eye. It gets darker with ease as it goes along, and it will get darker. Trust me, you're gonna love it. So again, I love World's End's Harem. This was a good episode to come back after episode 1, but episode 2 was more refreshing. It was like a refreshing episode after coming back. So yeah, I'm very proud that it's back. So now I know this month I'm doing My Dress Up Darling and World's End's Harem. Those are the two shows I'm actually looking forward to. And I can't wait for next week's episode of the World's End's Harem, episode 3, where they release the third guy. And let's see what he does when he wakes up. And I'm pretty sure y'all do when you wake up. You'll probably mention he woman. So thank you for watching World's End's Harem episode 2 review, and I'm sure you will.